Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to do a quick restoration on my taillights. Now, these are not the greatest. Honestly, these are temporary. I have a better set that I'm going to do a more in-depth resto on them, but these are just to get me by for now. As you can see, it's got a bunch of paint from a poor mask job. They're not in the best shape. They're really dull. They're actually cracked up pretty bad. Again, more bad paint under there. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna give them a quick polish. We're probably just gonna scuff this up and just hit it with some trim paint real fast and call it a day. And it's amazing what you can do in 20 minutes with a buffing wheel and a little compound. Make these look 100 times better. Pretty much all you're gonna need for this, I got some of this Meguiar's mirror glaze. It's the ultra cut. I'm not gonna get crazy and get the finer compounds. I'm just gonna hit it with this ultra cut. Probably hand polish it afterwards and call it a day. And then you'll need just a buffer. Now what I got here is this DA buffer I picked up at Harbor Freight. Honestly, I don't like it that much, but it was cheap. It got me by. I prefer a rotary. But I will say the DA is easier when you're working on something like this. It's a lot easier for the rotary to, catch something and then fling the light right off the rack. And you don't want that to happen. So like I said, this is gonna be real quick. Wipe it down real quick, clean it. I sprayed this with some glass cleaner, cleaned it up. Oh, that's the polish. Screw that one up. Just leave it there. We're gonna put a little bit of this on, or a lot. Now normally you want to put it on here. It's gonna fling everywhere, but start out slow, get the compound spread out. Now I'll jack up my speed. Just work it in. Take your time. I can already see a difference. All right, let's wipe this down. And immediately, it's like a new light. Now granted, all the cracks and everything, you're not going to get rid of that. Scratches. To get rid of the scratches, you wet sand it first. And that's what I'm going to do with my other set of lights. Probably going to wet sand those. I was thinking of eliminating the amber and just doing all red with the white. Sand them down. And I was contemplating on clearing those instead of just a quick polish. If you guys want to see a video on that, let me know. I'll pull those out and I'll do it in depth. I'm saving those for when I repaint the car though. I'm gonna do another round real quick. That looks perfect. That's exactly what I'm after. Nothing crazy for this set of lights. See, that top part came back. It's got some overspray on this top too. These are sufficient for now. Perfect. Now for this portion, I am simply just going to scuff that, and then I am going to shoot it with this trim ultra black. What I'm going to hit this with is just some 600. Let's verify. Yep. It's a quick scuff of 600. Now I could have polished this the same as I did all the rest, but I honestly do not want to get into trying to remove this white paint on these lights. They're just not worth the time in my opinion. So a quick little scuff and a quick coat of paint, good enough for now. Now you just want to hit these lightly, knock the shine down. I want to get started on my bird. So I'm kind of just rushing this car, get it, and drive it. Plus it's been so long since I've been working on this car. At about, I don't know, 5-7 years? 5 to 7 years. It's been parked. And that's why I suggest you guys drive your ride. Enjoy it. Don't worry about making it pretty. That's what I did with this, and it's been in the garage for so long. I haven't got to enjoy it. And in the end, I got screwed over on the paint job, so it's not pretty. But it is what it is. You live, you learn. And from now on, I'll just do everything myself the way I should have. Got some. Just your basic rubbing alcohol that you can get at the drugstore. That's almost empty. Just shooting dust. There we go. Just enough. Now you really want to do this with a lint-free cloth. I ran out of mine, but I don't want to wait. I'm trying to get this done. There it is. Can't find nothing. Let's get our masking tape. So, I ran out of masking paper. Or I just can't find mine because it's been such a long time since I used it. So I'm literally taking one of my leftover grocery bags. Just going to cut that. Put a nice light tack coat to start with. Let that flash for about 5 minutes and then we'll hit it with a wet coat. Now, let's give it a nice medium wet coat. That is looking good. This is probably going to be the last coat. Doesn't look like it needs any more. Before I install these tail lights, I'm going to swap out the light bulbs. I converted this car to LED lighting pretty much all around. So what I did was went over to screamingchicken.com and I ordered their tail light kit. Now I went with the cheaper option, which is the Holley Retro Brights. Gonna try these out. I am familiar with the diode dynamics, which are really good. I use these in the interior of the car. I use them in my gauges. But everything is nicely labeled, as you can see. The kit all is pretty much Holley Retro Bright, except for the running lights. They come diode dynamics. But it's awesome that, you know, they take the guesswork out of it. And everything is just, it's labeled so you know exactly where it goes. So I'm going to get these installed, then we're going to get those installed, and then I'll give you guys a quick glimpse of how these lights are. Alright guys, as you can see here, the Holley Retro Brights are definitely a lot brighter. These are the original incandescent bulbs. Let's turn the signal on to the other side. As you can see, the dash is all LED except for that little bulb right there, but that's going to get eliminated because that went to the original automatic shift panel, and it looks like this bulb is actually blown. But as you can see, every other light is way dimmer, so it'd be the same for the turn signal. Now the one thing I was not impressed with is literally one of the bulbs came apart without barely touching it. Like, I didn't even have the socket. I just began to turn it to lock in its locked position with no force, and it came apart. Now hopefully I don't have that issue with any of the other bulbs. That was the only one. But then again, I have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 more to try. So I'll probably reach out to where I purchased them, see if there's any warranty or whatever, or if I don't want to wait, I guess I can try and glue the glass bulb back to the base. We'll see, but that's it guys. Quick little tail light resto, new light bulbs, changes everything. Thanks for watching. See you next time.